Welcome, gamers. It's your weekly informer, John as you know me. Grab yourself some Belle Delphine bathwater and take a fat swig, because you just logged on to the server. Area 51. Let's start with that topic.
That's pretty fucking good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Area 51
Well,
memes.
first
Yeah,
off, who the fuck is here?
It's me, John.
Yeah.
We've got Daniel.
Jorge.
Or George. We got George.
We got
We'll just
George.
leave that out. And then we've got Ben or Mardu64.
Yeah. What's up?
Nah, fuck it. We'll just get
This is the first podcast of a new series that we're doing.
The
right?
server.
The
Yeah.
server.
yes.
That is the name.
What an interesting dude. The
process.
The process we went through to pick out this fucking name.
I wanted Life in the Sack. I just want to throw that out there. The intro was supposed to go.
That could be a spin-off.
It
That
would
could be a
be-
spin-off.
we'll
A
do it as a
sister
spin-off-
podcast.
a sister podcast.
spin-off episode.
Oh.
spin-off episode. A
Like-
special.
That could be a
Coming
title.
down later on the line. Life in the Sack.
It'll be a season finale.
Season fucking finale.
Life in the Sack, boys. I'm telling
And
you.
it'll just be
It'll-
us reminiscing,
It'll stick.
taking clips from other podcasts.
It'll stick like semen.
Oh,
Daniel.
but how many?
Was I supposed to start the timer?
You don't have to worry about it. It's okay.
Oh my god. No, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't realize that there's a timer on the recorder.
Yeah, I was just worried.
We
No,
can always just cut this stuff out. It's
That's
alright.
It's fine.
So,
Area 51.
Area
That's
51.
That's been a big topic within the
the
within
memes.
the memes, and especially this past week. Holy shit!
Let's talk about it, baby.
Nobody's. I honestly don't believe anyone's gonna remember September 20th. Hey, let's storm Area 51.
I'm saying they're gonna wipe our memories like MIB. They're
Are
gonna
y'all
come
saying that
around.
y'all haven't bought y'all's plane ticket?
No, they denied me. They told me I couldn't do it.
They saw me as
They
a
saw,
Mexican.
yeah. They were like, you know what? We're not gonna chance this.
See,
thing."
that's why I fooled them. I bought the plane ticket, but I'm going by car. So.
By car. Oh, what the fuck? You've diverted their
They're,
attention to the plane.
they're just waiting for me. It's like,
We're looking for
fuck,
Daniel
where is he?
Trevino. I don't know what guy that is.
Imagine how many planes are booked though.
Man, fuck you.
I missed something.
Jorge.
Oh, you said your name.
You said my full name.
That's whatever. That's whatever.
Oh,
Think
fuck
about
it,
this
man.
though.
It's
Think about,
fucking too late.
think about this though. Who actually knows you?
Yeah.
There's like 30,000 of you in the world. My
There's
guy.
like 5 people that know me. That's including my parents.
I'm not very out there. On the horizon of people that know me.
The other 2 people are in this room.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes Claire forgets me. So,
I have a boyfriend.
right?
Wait, hold on.
Oh man.
Let's take a
Every
step
time I
back.
show up at her house, she calls the cops.
Getting back on track. Oh holy shit.
She called the cops.
I text her I'm outside, and the next thing you know, like 5 patrolmen, policemen are just pulling up. So.
I shows up.
Yeah.
Oh, la migra.
Oh.
Mexican outside.
You see Officer Rodriguez. Traitor!
It's
Hey,
right.
Mato, what are you doing out here?
Okay, so back to the topic.
Yeah.
We're-
Fucking hell.
We're awful. We're good representation of how the rest of these are gonna go.
Yeah.
And we're
Amazing.
only 4 minutes in.
That's the peak.
We
So,
broke in the pendulum. Okay.
that's probably the peak. We could just end it here.
Alright, guys. Well,
4 minute podcast.
it's a speed run we've always talked about.
Oh,
gosh. So Area 51, I'm storming it. I'm saying I'm gonna clap some alien.
You're gonna be on the front lines.
I'm gonna be on the front lines. I can't run fast, but I will speed walk my ass up there.
That lineman will get your buddies.
You know, I feel a little segregated. Because,
Why?
like, why do only the Kyles have to have monster?
I know, dude. I'm telling you.
Like, I want monsters.
Just
I
join
love
me in the
Monster.
tunnel team.
Not only
Okay.
that, we can use the Kyles up front to punch holes in the walls.
What about...
or not just that? They get hit by the landmine first, but they got so much monster energy.
Yes.
They're just like, come on!
It's gonna be D-Day. It's gonna be D-Day. Trust
Another
me.
Normandy. Oh gosh.
But it's in Nevada where
Yes.
How many people do y'all think are actually going to show up?
Well, think of
6 tops.
because I think the numbers are somewhere around like 1 million right now.
No,
Yeah, it's all close to 1 million.
300K or something. That was the last
No,
time I
no,
checked.
no.
That was when it first started.
Yesterday I saw it was like 800,000.
Yeah, we're close to 1 million, and at that, just
How many people do you think are actually gonna show up?
now it's not just that, but how many people can actually afford that trip?
Well, yes,
Yeah, that's
because we
true.
broke. We're a
Yeah.
bunch of broke millennials.
now there's probably going to be like the great migration of
Yeah.
the great millennial migration all the way to Nevada to where we're gonna die.
I can imagine like 10 people meeting up in the middle of the highway, like, "You going to Nevada?"
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
Dude,
All right.
what if they hit us with a doozy? They just moved everything. by the time-
That was another thing I thought of, was just like, what if like we go in, we've got this huge full scale assault.
Yeah.
There's no one firing back. There's no one in sight.
They
but
made another
us.
Area 51.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
Area 69.
Nice. Like that idea. Man, that'd be great. Imagine just the big doof.
No, but I think the biggest troll is just that like they leave all fucking cells, whatever fucking shit's down there. They leave all that empty, but one, and it's just like the lamest fucking thing that we all have to fight over.
It's like, I want my turn on the alien fleshlight. It's my turn
The
to get
plumpus.
it.
The
The
Ember
plumpus. That's some Rick and Morty shit right there.
Oh man.
Okay.
But
Me
that's
and the boys going to clap alien
you're-
chicks.
There's gonna be two outcomes. Either the one I said, my theory that they're just gonna abandon the site, move everything over, because trust me, we're paying for something that they're doing. All right, taxpayer money. Think about that. Second is that it's gonna be fucking D-Day all over again.
Mayhem.
It's gonna be mayhem.
You really think the military is gonna back down against a couple of millennials? I don't think so. It's gonna look like hell on earth.
It's gonna be one or the other. It's either gonna be whole fat nothing, or it's gonna be a whole lot of something.
All I'm saying is, if my future self hasn't traveled back in the past to stop me, I'm doing something right. If I don't see me walk through that door right now telling me don't do it, I'm going. I see no problem with that.
What if he doesn't? What if he's not here because he didn't make it through?
Well, that's an oof on my part.
Well, then I guess I just gotta get behind the Kyle.
You'll see me punching holes in the metal walls.
I love seeing the memes where it's just like Area 51 guards ready to use their mechs or whatever that they've been storing.
Someone was like, "There's a bunch of dudes dancing in a nightclub with alien hats on. And it's like me and the boys at the nightclub after storming Area 51."
Yeah.
And they're just like Millie rocking it out. That always gets
Dude,
me.
imagine like if there's actually aliens and they're actually like really cool,
Right?
and then
dude?
you just go to
Like-
Nevada and just start gambling and just use their powers to and everything.
They can see in the future.
Right? Just like do this shit.
What was that movie? What was that movie that had Seth Rogen as the alien? Paul.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
Paul. That's what it's gonna be like.
This is Seth Rogen laugh.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get to meet the Seth Rogen of aliens. Oh god.
Speaking of Seth Rogen, and a side note, and maybe a transition into
Another topic?
Are you gonna say that you would like to get high with him?
No.
Because I would
Lion
also.
That would be awesome, but
The
where I'm going is the
Lion
Lion
King.
King.
Lion
Lion
King.
King. Because they actually released the soundtrack the other...
For it on YouTube,
Yeah,
right?
but by the time this episode's coming out, they're probably going to be... The movie's probably going to be out.
It'll be out.
But one of my favorite songs, Hakuna Matata,
of course.
with Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, I loved the 99 version.
The old one. Of
Yeah,
course,
the old one, the
original.
original, the animated one.
Yeah.
Where, especially the song, because Pumbaa had a real character to him. He had this really raspy voice,
Yeah.
and he could sing. He had like a real bellowy
Yeah,
tone
of course,
to
of
him.
course.
Seth Rogen is so fucking. he's one note man with nothing else, and
Hakuna Matata.
it's when he sings, he really takes away from it. I'm not gonna lie.
It distracts you with how
it-
bad it, or not bad, but how, you know what I mean.
It's really different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
course.
he does his own thing to it, which counteracts how bad he is at singing.
Yeah.
But it really goes to show that, it's not going to be the same thing you thought.
No, yeah.
Yeah. And
That being said, we're gonna do a live recording of our own Hakuna Matata.
sometime
Be looking in the YouTube comments for the link to the Hakuna Matata bootleg version.
made by us,
Made by us.
by Ben, Daniel, and John.
I can just imagine Seth Rogen in the studio doing the voice acting high as fuck, just like I know what I'm doing. And he's like
I mean,
he's singing and the guys in the booth are like, what the fuck is going on?
He's just
here, man?"
hotboxing
It's like Seth, we can't see you. He just fucked in the back.
Fuck, you're right.
I'll always think of Seth Rogen as a pothead. I can't.
Dude.
I
he's
mean,
never-
isn't he?
He's always
Seth
gonna be
Rogen
Pineapple Express Seth Rogen to me.
You're right.
That's
It's
it.
hard not to love Seth Rogen though.
No,
like,
yeah.
for real.
He's the greatest. He's the
Goddamn.
greatest. Then, man, there's a bunch of good movies coming out. What was it? I haven't seen Shazam. Actually, I haven't seen Dark Phoenix either.
Shazam is the best DC movie by far, or
Joker.
part of the DCEU.
We haven't seen the Joker yet.
I am
Joker's
looking
fun.
forward to the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix is a wonderful actor.
I saw a new trailer watching Spider-Man: Homecoming, and it's pretty dope. It does look nice.
Lovely trailer.
Going to Dark Phoenix, I had originally placed it at a solid 6 out of 10. Going back to it, it's a 4. It's below 5. It's right under 5. Mainly because I went and actually looked at the source material of.
And it's nothing like it.
Well, the problem is that the whole original plot of the Dark Phoenix took place, but there were so many other established characters already,
Yeah.
and those haven't been done in the
Cinematic universe.
in the
yeah.
cinematic universe.
Yeah, of course.
And so they had to do something with it. They actually took a part of the comics in which they kind of flip-flopped it, what really happened. So in the comics, Jean names herself the Phoenix after a plane crash, and everyone thought she died, and she fucking emerged like a beast, just like, I'm the Phoenix, motherfuckers, I'm back, and everyone's like, nice,
Dope, cool.
and it was a mission or whatever that she starts to like lose control of her powers and whatnot,
Yeah.
and she the Dark Phoenix takes over, and she takes off into space, crossing time and space, like to a whole nother galaxy, and she's all, you know what, this is fun, and she destroys a star and wipes out an entire. Oh no, she absorbs a star, the star of the solar system,
Yeah.
and uses the full power of that to blow up a planet, or like several, but some of the race actually, witnessed it. The other died in their sleep because obviously, like that.
Yeah.
But the race that they show that happens to is the alien race, the aliens that go and mess with Jean in the movie.
Yeah.
So that's where they're from, and they actually mention like essentially their backstory, where the Phoenix Force itself, not Jean Grey, went and wiped out their planet, and rather than just kind of all of them disappearing and whatnot,
Some survived.
some survived, and they're out seeking to either control or destroy the Phoenix Force, because it's a powerful thing. So that's what that whole movie was about.
Speaking of space movies, Captain Marvel.
I'll get to that, and what I'm about to go through actually will lead into that.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
So the real reason I actually enjoyed it was because I finally, after years, and I mean years of watching movies, I finally got a good female lead character. In this case, Jean Grey as the focus for Dark Phoenix. Obviously, I enjoyed how they portrayed her, and it was more of the style of the comics, where she's more of in a panic state, like she doesn't know what she's doing. It really takes over. It takes control, and she's trying to find help for it. And that's how the comics was, and they portrayed her as awesome, but they also did the same thing in the comics, where at the end she ends herself. She sacrifices herself, gets rid of the Phoenix Force away from everyone else, so that she's no longer a danger, and the Phoenix Force is no longer a danger to anybody.
So she dies at the end.
Yeah, she dies at the end.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert, of course.
Whatever.
But if you haven't seen it now, it's been out for at least about a half a year. No, not
like
even,
maybe a
month.
month or so.
Month and a half.
Yeah, and even at that, if you didn't watch it, I'm being honest, you didn't really miss much. The only new X-Men movie you needed to see was First Class.
Basically.
First Class, and then it's just First Class.
Yeah, just First Class and then Dark Phoenix.
No, First Class, Days of Future Past. That's all you needed to see, honestly.
I love
Remember
Days of
me?
Future Past.
Yeah, that's
I
all.
love
You,
Days
that's
of Future's Past is good.
That
that's
was
all.
the
That's all you
first
had to see. But I finally got my strong female character that I've been wanting to see, because shortly before Dark Phoenix came out, Captain Marvel came out with Brie Larson, and
Gosh, do I hate that fucking movie.
not only do I hate that movie, I hate that woman, because
she's so cocky. She's so cocky.
She's a pain in the ass to watch as a character.
I just think she's just cocky.
She's super. She has got a really disgusting personality that she puts on Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel is really like a charismatic, fun character in her adventures. And Brie Larson really just kind of went super woke and real feminist about it, and it really took away from it. And I didn't mind the gay friend or whatever. I didn't mind that. I was taken away by the Skrulls, to be completely honest. But her character, everyone's just like, control your emotions. And she's just...
No.
Well, no, she's just like, okay. Monotone. Nothing really fucking spectacular about her. And the entire time of the movie, they built her up like, she's like, oh, I can beat Thanos. The whole
she gets
time,
her ass knocked
well,
out.
Not only did that prove my point, but like the whole time throughout that movie, I was just like, Thor can do that, Iron Man can do that.
Basically, it was no need to have her. Like,
yes!
It was just, there was nothing. There was a funny joke that I heard, and it was like, my favorite part of Endgame was when that Thanos knocked her so hard she fell out of the movie. And I was like, yes, like that's such a good, because
it's a good line, because it
I
makes sense.
I understand, like, okay, like I'm cool. I don't like to get too political, of course. Like I don't again, like we were talking before, like if I don't know too much of it, I don't want to like throw what I think about it, because I can't defend it.
But as we in the hard left say,
as a preservative or whatever it's called, no. But like I understand, women's rights, great. You know what I mean? Of course, everyone deserves to be equal. But when you're shoving it down the mouth of all of the kids who love to watch Marvel movies and go for the hardcore, not buy the books, but you know what I mean, love the movies,
or even like fans of the comic books.
Of course, we go to the movies to enjoy it, not to have women's rights shoved down our throats.
Or political views.
Yeah, of course,
in general, not just
like
women's rights. Before we...
Well, just political views in general. My bad. I don't mean to throw that out there like that. But women's, you know what I mean, everything like that. I go to the movies. I wanted to watch Captain Marvel and have fun without having to hear.
They made it look like it was gonna be a fun movie.
Yeah.
Now I did go in thinking, what is she gonna do? Like,
I was skeptical at the beginning. I was right. That's basically all I have to say.
I mean, well, I don't want to be like an ass about it, but I have to be, because they made her seem like they came out saying that she's the strongest Avenger.
Yeah.
There was nothing she did that was unique.
No, there wasn't.
Even when she went through the spaceship at the very end, or she was just blowing up.
At any point, Thor could have done that. He did it in what's it called?
In Endgame, when he came, he already
had
it.
Endgame in
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
He had his area of effect thing that just took out like thousands of those things, and then for whatever reason, he was going one-on-one with them.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? He could have.
Out of all the Avengers, Thor was the closest and did end up killing Thanos after the fact, but he still was the closest. Did the most damage.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
He did it. He did it.
But what pissed me off the most, and what continues to piss me off, and will always give Brie Larson like a bad look in my eyes, is the fact that she was like, "Oh, Captain Marvel can manage or hold Mjolnir," and I was like, "No, the fuck she cannot." I was like, there are 100 different Marvel characters I have heard that can hold Mjolnir, and Captain Marvel's never been said once. But of course, it's them shoving it down our throats that women can be strong or stronger than men.
Okay, I like. I think the other character that has that complex of just like I'm better than all of you is Shuri.
Shuri?
Yeah,
Like-
her is not as bad.
But I mean, but Black Panther's sister.
Oh yeah, but it's
But
still like that.
But she still has that complex. I mean, whether or not it's as bad as Brie Larson, but and I know that the actress is nowhere near
No,
like that.
no, yeah.
But it's like character that like draws me away. It's just like okay, I get it. I mean,
Well, because it was fun to see the things that she did in Black Panther. Like it was fun to watch that. You know, when she was making fun, whenever she asked him to kick the Black Panther suit, and he does it and
but-
shoots him back and he starts laughing.
What I'm going to is when she's kind of taunting Bruce about how they worked on Vision.
Oh yeah, and make kind of like beating down.
But
His
that's me
mentality
being
or
that's
whatever.
that was me being me because I'm a huge fucking nerd and I know that the greatest mind in all of Marvel,
Marvel
is
is-
Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No, just wait till he shows up, man.
Oh.
He's gonna show all his kids how it's done.
how it's done, Mr. Fantastic. And I really want
I'm
to
telling
see.
you, they're gonna do something like that. They're doing a lot of what if series now.
I really
they
want
did
to
a lot of
see the
what if
X-Men and the Fantastic Four in the fucking
come
MCU.
together. Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Phase 4.
Yeah, it's supposed to with the ending of Spider-Man: Homecoming. It's supposed to be bringing a whole new set of villains, heroes. I thought that was a really good. I'm not gonna spoil it, of course, because it's only been out for like what
A week?
2 weeks, a week, yeah. And so I mean, but it's a really good ending. If you haven't watched it, of course,
Wait,
I
what?
advise you go watch
Go
it.
watch it.
What was
Go
it?
watch it. Spider-Man: Homecoming. It's
Oh, yes.
beautiful. It's
Jake Gyllenhaal was great.
The-
I love Mysterio.
the best. Yeah, the best thing that I had ever heard. Like people criticizing it was when Matt Post. He's a Viner. He used to do a lot of Vine stuff. He does TikTok now, but you know what I mean. He used to be a really good
Yeah, yeah.
Viner. He had said basically that without missing a beat, it was just on point with everything. Comedic,
Yeah.
comedy wise, it made me laugh to the point where people were looking at me weird. He says that it's basically like an episode with a movie budget. Like it's so good. I love watching it. All the characters, even the new one that they added with Mysterio, and then like the girl or whatever, like they just added their own little twist to it, and that it was just really good. Like it was a good movie to watch, and it sets up so much for Phase 4. Like especially coming right after Endgame, he was like, I understand that it's not gonna be the table turner that Endgame was.
Speaking
And-
of Endgame, did it feel weird for y'all watching another Marvel movie after Endgame?
Yes,
It
did.
felt a little weird for me.
Yeah, because you've essentially finished this big climactic event that
Endgame.
we've spent 2 decades or
God.
a decade
Yeah.
really building up to, and then you kind of have the question of where what next?
Yeah, like I have to be honest, I was a little bit
Skeptical.
nervous about what they were gonna do.
what direction
from
they
here
were
on
gonna
out.
go for. Yeah,
But,
But they-
after seeing this movie, I feel confident about it.
They set it up pretty good.
Yeah, they
Uh,
did. They did.
it was a
Now
great
now
ending.
the next part is the execution afterwards.
Yes.
I just hope they bring Venom in. I know that what's his name? Tom
Tom
Holland.
Or Tom
no,
Hardy?
not Tom Holland.
Tom
Tom
Hardy.
Hardy. I know that Tom Hardy plays a badass Venom. I saw the movie and I loved it. It was my top.
people-
a
He's
lot of
good.
I was gonna say a lot of people care to disagree.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, I enjoyed.
I tell you one thing, I like it better than what's his name in Spider-Man 3's version of the Venom.
Oh,
like I
no,
like
yeah.
him way
What's
better
his
than
name? What's his name?
I have no fucking clue.
That's why we got Google.
No, IMDb, son.
that. But yeah, I
That's a
love
sponsorship for. No.
because no, let's not. No, because Spider-Man 3 was more of like they were just trying to put too much into one movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With Sandman, there was Venom, Green Goblin, or not Green Goblin, but
Hobgoblin.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hobgoblin's son or whatever.
yeah.
And then Spider-Man went through his regular form, and then going through the symbiote, and then
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like it was just so much.
They had actually. I saw this. There was Bruce Campbell.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace.
Topher. I don't know.
Topher,
Something like that.
Okay. But they Bruce Campbell, Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
He was. I didn't know that he was actually in all 3 of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Where?
Uh,
Oh, the French guy.
Yeah.
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 I remember now.
yeah.
He's that
He's
way.
that guy. But
Oh, we.
they when they were planning Spider-Man 4 before they were taking off that whole project,
Uh-huh.
they had actually planned Bruce Campbell to be Mysterio
Oh.
Well, that would make a lot of sense. You know what I mean?
He played 3 different people. He was the French dude for when he proposed to
Mary Jane.
He was the guy who told Peter to go away because the doors were closed and he couldn't get into the theater to watch Mary Jane. And there was a third one I can't remember, but I had watched a video on it. Yeah, and so Bruce Campbell was throughout that, and he was going. They had planned him to be Mysterio in.
He would have played a good one. He would have played a good.
I would believe so.
But they're bringing it back, and the thing is that I don't want, like I said, I don't want to ruin anything for people who haven't seen Far From Home, but. There's just some stuff you have to explain with a little bit of a spoiler, but in the movie or in the trailers they talked about the multiverse, and then that was a big thing that a lot of people were excited for, was that the multiverse, you know what I mean, and Mysterio is a part of the multiverse of Earth 35 something or whatever, and the Earth that they're in is like 116, and I thought that was really cool because that basically sets up
616.
616. There you go, and so So basically, if you haven't read the comic books or haven't heard about Mysterio, you know that he's just, you know what I mean, what he is. He's
a
trickster. He's a jack of all trades, trickster, whatever. So whenever everyone was upset that they thought that the multiverse wasn't a real thing, you know, the guy who made the movie, the director, actually came on and was like, look, like, we understand that Mysterio being Mysterio, you know, you probably don't believe him or whatever, but we never said that the multiverse wasn't a real thing. Like, you know what I mean? And so a lot of people are thinking that there's going to be a new... Well, Sam Raimi actually came back to make a new Spider-Man movie.
What?
Yeah, they actually had him come back to make a new one.
Really?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be really good. And I'm excited for it because I loved 1 through 3.
Actually,
3 is the last one that I liked.
Going off of your multiverse, Kevin Feige actually came out and said that the multiverse has already been confirmed.
Well, yeah, because
in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they did that in Doctor Strange.
With the 14,000 something in one different...
Well, no, that was timelines.
Yeah,
no, when he was having his acid trip.
Yeah.
When the ancient one just went touched his forehead.
Yeah, she said that she gets her powers from the multiverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was in Doctor Strange.
Just so y'all know, it's already confirmed.
Did you know that they actually said something about Doctor Strange in one of the Sam Raimi movies? In one of the Spider-Man movies in Sam Raimi?
Which one was that?
When they're giving, in part 2, when they're giving Doc Ock or whatever his name, he's like, what about Dr. Octopus? And he's like, no, too clammy or whatever. And then he's like, Doctor Strange? And then he's like, that could work. But it's taken, and I was like, "Bro, it was right in front of my face."
Really?
I never saw it.
I fucking missed that.
Yeah.
I can't say.
Well, because we were kids when we saw it.
Yeah,
so it was
I haven't seen a Sam Raimi Spider-Man in
we moved
fucking
over
years.
it too much. I would have never noticed it, and then now that I went back and watched it,
now we're educated in this subject.
We know where to look for the little hints in the cool places.
I think it was the other. It was a couple months ago. One of our friends actually came to me and was like, "Hey, do you know that Winter Soldier mentioned Doctor Strange?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, of course I noticed that."
What was that?
It was when they're interrogating the bald dude. It was just like, how do you think it knows about you or blah blah blah? It's your goddamn ACT scores. Your blah blah blah. Your blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's how it knows it targets people. You, me, fucking whoever, Nick Fury, and he meant like on the side he mentioned real quick. He mentioned Stephen Strange. He's all, it knows everyone. Blah blah blah. And he's going on about the system, how it goes and targets people. Because apparently it had already determined that Stephen Strange was going to be a threat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And I when I heard that name, I was like, oh. My favorite wizard.
My boy.
You're my boy, Blue.
Miss you, Blue.
Have y'all ever been high and watched a movie?
I cannot go on that and say anything about that.
Why not?
Because guilty by talking about it.
Association.
Yeah.
Because I actually
I was with you.
No, I was watching a movie the other day. I was watching.
I will not be condemned. I
was watching Whiplash after I had like a.
What's that one?
Several edibles. It's with Miles Teller, and he's a jazz drummer.
Yeah.
Well,
Which one was
anyway,
the Which one was
Wait,
the one with
wait,
the
wait,
kung
wait.
fu guy at the house?
which
At
one?
the apartment, the kung fu with the cyber, the dinosaur, and
Oh,
the dude Hacker
Kung-
Man.
Kung Fury.
Kung Fury.
Oh my god! Now that if you
I got hit in the face with a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
now that's
Pissed me off.
that.
I knew you were mad.
So
I didn't do
little
anything
little
about it.
insight into that story. We all had something, a substance.
We had drank alcohol.
We did coke. I'm just joking. No.
We had a substance, and we decided to watch this cool little movie. We don't sponsor them.
They don't sponsor us.
They don't sponsor us, but if you want, check out Kung Fury. It's 30 minutes long, and that's as long as it needs to be. Trust me,
Funniest movie I've
it
ever
is
seen.
great. I'll just give. I'm not even gonna go into what it is. Just Google Kung Fury. By Laser Unicorns.
I thought that it was gonna be that movie where the guy, it's like a funny movie off of like old Japanese movies, and this one scene that's always very iconic to me, where it's like she's like taking off her robe and she goes, wee, wee, wee,
What the
wee," and she puts it back on. I think it's like Kung Fu Fists or something like that. And he has to learn the power, and this dude has a vest with like triangles on it or whatever. He has to take off the triangles, and it's a whole weird movie.
I have no idea. What
There's
you're
like this
talking about.
one cool move where he punches a cylinder out of this dude's body, and like this dude has like cut hole around his stomach, and it's like a cylinder. It's a. I gotta look for it, man. It's just
The only
funniest
other
movie.
movie I know that has like kung fu and its name is Kung Fu Hustle.
I've seen that movie. That
Yeah.
movie's pretty good.
Uh,
Is it the
and
one where he gets put in a cocoon or whatever? Like he gets like,
I think so.
and then he comes out and he's like this crazy fist fighting ninja or whatever. Like the
Yeah.
last 15 minutes of the movie,
I
is him
think
fighting.
so, something like that.
Yeah.
I know. I think one of my favorite like kung fu flicks. It's Shaolin Soccer.
Yes. Yes, that one's a good one. Amen.
The way I came across that though.
The tease.
No, I had actually I was sitting in my room and I had the idea. What would be cool if like we had kung fu masters like roundhousing soccer balls, just playing soccer, right?
Kung Fury.
And I go and I went to my dad and I was like, Dad, dude, check this idea out. Kung Fu Masters playing soccer. So that's a movie. And I was like, no fucking way.
I had this vision.
And he's just like, yeah, it's called Shaolin Soccer. And he showed me clips, and it's like Bruce Lee as the goalie,
Yeah.
when like because the women are disguise themselves as men for whatever reason, and they're like beating the monks or whatever. And I'm just like, what the hell is happening?
This
But-
is dangerous.
But like with films like that, you never know what you're gonna get. In all honesty, I'm being serious. You never know what you're gonna get when you watch those
I
movies.
want to watch that high. Anyway, also going back to to Whiplash, like I was watching Whiplash
Doesn't that
High.
have Nick Cannon in it?
No,
No, that's the one that has
What's
the
the one?
guy.
the one who played Reed Richards and the most
Yeah,
recent
and then he
Fantastic Four.
also plays in another movie with Zac
Oh,
Efron.
that's the one
Yeah.
that they have.
I know which one you're talking
Simmons
about.
in.
Yeah.
There's
That's
just like
that
one scene that everyone calls it iconic or whatever, and it's like the guy's getting pissed off at him because
J.K.
they're trying to
Simmons.
hit one note or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I remember that
Yeah,
movie.
J.K.
It's a great movie.
I never watched it, but I
No.
saw some clips from
No,
it.
but I was sitting there the whole movie, and while I was after the edibles had like hit me like really hard, I was like, good transition, good camera movement, and then
critiquing the
yeah, I was like fucking judging the movie, not based on like the movie itself. Like I wasn't enjoying it anymore. I was just like watching it as a critic, pretty much. I was like, good transition.
What a fucking idiot.
Speaking of getting high, have y'all seen Midsummer?
No.
Isn't that with the O?
Yeah,
It's Midsummer.
or
Something.
Midsommar or whatever.
Isn't that like the horror movie?
Yes.
Yeah, where
It's so good. It's so good.
I have not seen it.
What was the last horror movie I saw? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a horror movie in forever. Last one I saw. No,
Hereditary is a good one to watch.
I saw some clips from
The
that
Boy.
movie. That's a
the boy was.
that
last
was
one.
the worst. The first movie I've ever fallen asleep in the theater
Really?
watching. That pissed me off.
I
'cause
mean-
it's like it's so unrealistic with its like supernatural aspect. Like
Yeah.
it just like there's
But they
no
explain
way.
it.
Well, yeah. Well, no,
They-
yeah, I understand that, but there's no way a dog can move around that fast with some big burly bus like dude walking around.
Oh,
Like,
the-
you
the-
can't
the-
hear
the-
that. Because either that chick is deaf or that dude is one like tap dancer. Like
Yeah.
that boy can tap dance across a room.
I
Sneak 100.
That boy's got sneak 100 on his ass. Yeah.
the other thing is like, look, I rewatched it actually. I rewatched it, and it's like when he goes to the mirror to check it out, and the dude's just like fused, and he just blows the mirror up, and he just crawls out like if anything, if that was more realistic, I don't even know what plastic explosive he had behind that.
Yeah.
Because if he were to actually push it, you'd see him coming out of it too.
Of course, yeah.
But no, he had something there that blew it up first,
It's just
so that he could crawl out, which was pretty creepy in my. But
I remember me and Brian walking out of that movie pissed off. I was
Really?
like, dude, that's
I
a
was
waste
mad.
of money from that movie.
I enjoyed the twist.
I like the
I-
girl who played the nanny or whatever that watches the doll. I
Yeah.
like her because I watched The Walking Dead, and around that like season 2 or season 3 was out, and I was like, man, she's so cool.
Yeah. Oh,
I had a
she was
little-
from. She was. From
I had a
Yeah.
little crush. Yeah, she's
I
from
actually
Walking
am
Dead.
not-
Yeah, I did too. I agree.
This is probably going to be the worst thing I'm ever going to say on this show. Is that I have not seen Walking Dead, Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones either. I want to get.
I haven't fully experienced Stranger Things as everyone else is.
I've seen way too many clips of Game of Thrones to be like, oh, I know all the twists. Like I've already
Yeah.
seen it all, so what's the point?
I don't. I honestly. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I'm just like I'll be looking down my YouTube like feed channel or whatever, and it's like, oh, Game of Thrones twist ending, and I'm like, alright,
What
I
you
guess.
need to watch is Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
I've seen bits and clips of that.
Same.
Heisenberg
It's-
for
it's
the
just that-
fucking win.
I mean-
Amen, brothers.
It's just that I don't have anything to watch.
Yeah, I know, but like if you ever get Netflix, just check it out. I highly recommend.
Just
Yeah.
go on. Oh, I can't say that because then we'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
Just go on one of those bootleg sites. I mean, just like. Screw
But
it.
going back to the boy, I'm mad about it because I saw it twice. The first time
I mean, I saw it twice.
I don't want to talk about. But the
I was
second
pissed
time
off
I
seeing
went
it
by
once.
myself.
The first time I witnessed, I was on a double date, and the dates actually
Switched?
not switched, but there was two similar opinions from opposite ends of it.
Oh, okay.
So, I think it was me and my friend's girlfriend. We were agreeing that was a good twist ending, and that was the only good part about that movie because we that the twist made it.
Uh-huh.
The other two, my
You
girlfriend
just
and my
hated it.
friend, were just like, that movie sucked.
It did suck.
I mean,
I think it sucked.
I mean, it was bad. Don't get me wrong.
It was horrible. It was fucking piss poor.
I'm not saying it's a masterpiece. I'm just like I just like the twist.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It should be burned and never watched again.
I think the other movie I went on a date to and I hated was the only other horror movie I had seen in the past probably 5 years, which was The Forest.
The forest. The forest.
Oh, the suicidal forest.
Yeah, where they go
I
to.
never
that
Oh.
one was creepy.
It was creepy, but like I was watching and I was like, jump scare, and she was like, how did you know that? I was like, it's fucking predictable,
Yeah,
buddy.
you could predict. Have y'all seen The Nun?
No, but I
No.
heard that one was pretty predictable
It
too.
was so bad, but I'll give it this one good thing. As terrible as it was, the beginning did have me really creeped out. Just cause, like, not cause of the visuals, just cause of the music. The opening music was
Is the
pretty
Conjuring
creepy.
is the Nun part of the Conjuring
Yeah,
universe
it's
Yes.
part of
or
the
the
Conjuring
Annabelle
universe.
universe?
No,
The
the
Conjuring. Well, they're both part of the
Yeah,
Conjuring.
they're all part of the same thing.
Huh?
All those movies, all those movies tie into each other. All those movies were
What?
Yeah,
from
Annabelle and The Nun are part of the Conjuring.
What was the movie? What was the movie that we were watching? And I was playing Dead Space simultaneously too. Was that
Terrifier?
no? I was
Oh,
playing,
that was a good one. I like that
was a
one.
good- That was a good one.
That
That
was
was a
pretty
good
gory.
low budget movie.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
I remember we were all creeped out that time.
dude. Yeah, we're
Well,
just like,
I
don't
didn't-
answer that fucking door.
Yeah.
I just thought the what was it, the beginning or the ending that was crazy when she just kills the girl.
Oh, it was beginning.
Yeah, she just fucking like.
And then at the very end, you fucking find out that's her.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
just
which-
wow.
I mean, we called it like 5 seconds before they did it,
Oh yeah.
but even at that, it was still a good.
good movie. Good movie.
Yeah.
She was really. God damn, she was horrifying to look at though.
Very horrifying to look at.
But back to what I was saying. I actually can't fucking remember.
A lot of backtracking in this
A
episode.
lot of backtracking.
Oh no, the forest. Yeah.
Is it a found footage type deal?
No,
not at all.
no.
Not at all. It's got a whole plot to it.
Yeah, it's really interesting because it's a real place.
It's a real location. And it's got and they
Oh,
do a
yeah.
twist with it actually.
Yeah.
Where
I just haven't seen it.
it's
It's
You
not,
can-
it's not the
You
worst.
can go your life without seeing
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
You
It's
can.
not the worst, but it's not amazing to where you have to see it. It's
It's like
If
on
you
the
s-
level of
mediocre.
the
It's-
Thing prequel from 2011.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's on that
okay,
level.
okay.
I actually enjoyed that movie. I watched it. I watched both things twice.
I never saw the first thing. Again, bits and pieces.
You need to watch that
You-
first one. You
Why
need
don't
to
we
wa-
watch it tonight on an
All right, what's on the podcast here?
illegal website? Wink, to where we can watch
Guys,
it.
I got Netflix. I think it's on Netflix.
It's not on Netflix.
Oh, no?
I checked.
Yeah, non-illegal
Yeah,
website.
non-illegal website.
We do not condone the use of illegal websites.
Yes, we do not. But
Except
they're
for
useful.
these.
They are useful. But we should watch it to show
Definitely.
that it's a great movie.
I'm
pretty sure.
Oh my god!
It's so good.
The only reason I don't like the prequel that they made in 2011, which
What the
they tried too hard to just kind of replicate
the thing?
Yeah,
Yeah. What really
What-
took away from the movie for me is like going back to the first one. Everything is no longer a mystery. You know.
I mean, but there's things in the first one that you don't understand how they got there.
Yeah,
and the
that,
prequel
that is true.
The prequel
but,
does explain some things.
But there are. I actually watched them from the newest to the first one.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
So
what
it
are we
was
talking
ruined
about
for
here?
me.
The thing or the forest?
The thing.
The thing.
Okay,
The
okay.
forest is just the forest.
Yeah, yeah.
Also a game, which is better than
I have the game.
really.
I have the game, and I love playing it. It's a great game.
Cause like
I think that one's pretty cool though. That does have some crazy different shit to it. Like I like the demons you have to go against. Those demon babies are horrifying.
Yeah.
But I got everything. But yeah.
you know what other good horror movie there is?
What?
Sinister.
Sinister.
The first one.
Yes.
The first one. Yes.
Yeah, that's
I haven't seen that one.
That one.
That one was so creepy, man.
It was
just-
really creepy.
Like-
watching that whole part, like I couldn't keep my eyes open. Like it was just so like boom, boom, like everything's happening. The music soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Really?
It
put me
just
on my
had like
toes.
it just
Really
had
puts you on
ominous
edge?
all
yeah,
around.
I think it's so cool the way they did it too.
Why do you think I was so scared of the tree in your backyard?
Yo,
it looks exactly like the one
yeah,
from the
it's
fucking
just-
Dang, we're
Bro.
not in that house anymore.
yeah.
It's
Someone
like
else has to deal
the
with that.
soundtrack mixed in with the visuals and everything's going on just kind of keeps you on edge. Like it really does put you in what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then again, the twist
It's-
ending
it's
at the
just
end
so
is
unique.
just well, not twist ending, but the ending is just great. Everything they put together is
The
good.
only thing the second one is good for is explaining how he has his influence on the children.
Yeah, of course. The second one was just piss poor. It had a horrible storyline to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it a continuation or
I think it's
prequel?
It was a
afterwards.
continuation.
It's after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one follows with the side character from the first one,
The
but he still he still has no official name. Like in the first one, they called him Deputy So and So
yeah, it's
as
literally his
like a
name.
joke, but then in the second one, that's all he's known as is Deputy So and So.
So
Like the shadow thing?
No, the
No,
picture
no.
person.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
he
The
plays a
picture
cop.
thing is Bagul.
Yeah, but the cop, there's a cop in the first one, and he's like some, like I think he's a recruit or whatever.
He doesn't have a
Deputy.
name?
He's a deputy. My bad.
They
But
don't say his
yeah,
name.
they don't say
They
his
just
name.
call him
They don't
Deputy
have. He
So-and-so.
doesn't have it like right
They,
here?
they never emphasize on his name like
Yeah.
ever. They never go
Really?
through
Yeah.
it. The guy, the main character, the dad or whatever, in the first one calls him Deputy So and So, and he has like that on his contacts for his phone, and that's it. That's all. That's all they disclose about
And
him.
then that the leading actress, her husband or ex-husband, I guess. I don't like him, cause like he's just so badly written. Like it's just like they sat in the room and they're like,
How do we make an annoying character?
no, they're like, how can we make the most hated character of all time?
Wow.
And they just threw in all the tropes, and then that was that guy.
Really?
Yeah,
That's gross.
yeah, it was
Thank
terrible.
you. Oh, I thought you said about my burp. I was like, thank you. That was gross. Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Games. Games we're excited for.
Games, the Outer Worlds. This is
I
really
love-
all I'm looking forward to.
Yes. Oh my god.
That's all I'm looking forward
so
to
many
right
people
now.
say it, and I'm glad you did.
Yes.
That was
When the trailer came out at the Game Awards,
We were so like interested. We're like, what the hell is this? And then it's like the Outer Worlds.
I'm glad
We're
that.
getting that.
What was it? Who was it? Obsidian, right? Is the
Yeah.
one? Okay, I'm glad
they're
that they just.
back from the dead.
I'm
Yes.
glad they threw Bethesda under the bus
Yeah.
when it was like, we're the ones that made the good games.
Yeah.
Like, we're the games you want to play. Like,
Before
so-
this shit, that was us.
and we're
From,
back.
from the creators of the original Fallout and New Vegas.
Yes.
And when I saw that, I was like, they're calling them out.
Gosh, man, that's so good.
It's
And-
so sad to see like so many like companies that you grew up buying their games just going to the water.
Well, the thing-
again, it was because we're kids. You know what I mean? Like we never were really in that.
That is
game
true.
Part
That
of
is
the
true.
world. Like this could have been happening. You know,
I
when
love-
we
Way
were-
before.
Yeah,
I
we
love
just didn't
this.
know.
I cannot emphasize how much I loved Assassin's Creed
Amazing.
before Odyssey.
Yes. Yes. And then Ubisoft.
Watching
kind of went
watching
in
you
the
play
direction.
Odyssey though, sometimes it's just like, how do you not get lost?
I did. I just.
I usually do. I just
It
don't
got
say shit
it
about
got to the point to where I just stayed on that one island because I didn't want to fuck around with anything else.
That's a big thing. Is like,
I loved Assassin's
open world
Creed,
games
man.
are great, and sometimes you want them to be bigger,
Mm.
but then you get bigger and you're like, this is not what I wanted.
I didn't sign for this in the beginning, did I?
No, like God, they bit off so much
Way more than they
than they can chew with Odyssey. Like
I
holy
just-
hell!
The thing that
man.
pisses me off.
Just remaster once again the Ezio trilogy.
No,
You'll make your money back.
remaster the first one.
Altair?
Yes.
Yes.
I
That'd
would
be
love to
good.
see that and
Wh-
make the game longer with better mechanics and an actual like.
Daniel
Arabic.
speaking truth. Daniel
Yes.
for Unity president
Yes.
2020.
Fuck man.
I was saying the thing that pisses me off with open world games is it's like when they run out of ideas, so they just repeat themselves too much.
Yes, that's
Like-
Odyssey.
Like Destiny, the first Destiny was like,
Oh my
you
God.
beat, you beat the story. you
But
beat
that
the
took like
campaign.
3 hours.
Yeah. That's why it took 2 hours.
There's not even
for
a
me to
long
beat.
story, and that's what's pissing is because if you can't even make a story that's more than 5 hours, say, like Angry Joe always says, you know what I mean? He gets pissed off when a game is not more than 5 hours, and that's baseline. That's just story and maybe a couple side quests.
You know a
When you
great
can't
game
do-
that's open world with a great story? God of War.
God of War is amazing.
It's so good.
I haven't
man.
taken the time to play the new one though. I haven't. I played the 1, 2, and 3. And
All
I
of them are
played
fucking
the-
great. It doesn't
Yeah,
even
no.
matter.
I thought that the thing was cool is that they took a new approach and it worked for them.
It
Like
did.
they took a new approach, didn't like redo anything really, but they took like a new, you know what I mean? Even with the camera vision, the
All
view,
I'll say
whatever.
is play it when you can, and then watch the documentary Raising Kratos. It's a good documentary.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's on YouTube.
Would it really
No, no,
hurt
it's much
to
better.
say the ending of the game at this point?
No, it's been
No,
out for a
no.
while. No, I haven't played.
Thor
it.
shows
But,
up.
Well, yeah, I know
Oh,
that.
I am the Thunder God.
Oh my god! I think I have that clip. So we
I
can
am
put
Thor,
that in
God of
somewhere.
Thunder.
No,
Son
because
of a-
Oh, you
he
have you-
wasn't there.
No, I know he wasn't there. Have you seen that video though?
What video?
Do you have it?
Thor coming
Yes,
out?
I have. Okay, so what we did was something illegal,
Well,
and
so there's out by one of her friends' houses, the one who lives all the way in fucking the Guacha land.
we'll call him, I don't know, Drew.
Wait, did you guys take the billboard or whatever on the video and sit on top of the fire? The
Yeah,
fire?
that,
okay.
that yeah,
We'll
that's
just-
that one.
We'll just call him Andrew, and so like we were
We're
by
all-
his house, and there's just like two fucking what are they, fire trucks?
Well, I wasn't there. It was fire trucks though. Fire trucks are
They're
parked
just
on the
parked.
side of the road.
And Javi climbed on one, and he's just like, "I am the Thunder God," because it was like drizzling, and there's thunder in the background, and so yeah, and then
That's basically.
and then
it.
God of War came out, and I had finished it before Javi did, and I saw the ending before he did.
So we had this planned out
Yeah.
that when Javi reaches that point, when he hits that ending,
When Thor shows up at the very end,
we're gonna play that
we're
video.
gonna play that.
Play the audio. Play
so
the
like
audio.
as soon as Thor showed up, Kratos has a line. It says, "Who are you?" And then Thor's cape like moves back.
like he's about to quick
Yeah.
draw the Mjolnir.
Yeah, and then like as soon as you see the hammer and the little
It
sparkles,
could not have been timed any
Yeah.
better.
just right in his ear. I am the Thunder God.
It's himself. It's himself that he's hearing.
Yeah.
By the way, it is. Play the audio, dude.
Yeah, hold
Play
on.
the audio.
Let me
'Cause
find it.
Can't you just send the video to the computer and then,
it's fine, dude. Just play the audio.
Yeah.
Play the audio so they can hear it,
I
dude.
gotta
It's
find it.
I am the Thunder
no, because
God.
it's real quick. Is who are you?
I don't have the video of him playing the game and then.
No. That doesn't matter. Just play the audio of that event.
Okay.
No, it's that. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Here you go. Here you go.
So when Thor shows up, it's real quick, and I'll show you real quick. And you listeners, you can't see this, but it's the camera behind him, and he's ready to quick draw, and the way we played it. Who are you? I am the Thunder God. As soon as he says Thunder God,
The cape flies back and shows Mjolnir. It was so perfectly timed. It was ridiculous.
we were. God, how long were we laughing there?
We were laughing for about a minute.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a good day. A good day.
That sounds like it was fun.
That was fun.
I think the game that I'm ready for is the new Modern Warfare.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I've never been more hyped for a Call of Duty game in a while.
Because it's a new take.
the
Yeah,
last-
it's a new take.
The last time I was hyped for a Call of Duty was the wrong one.
Which one was it?
Ghost.
No, Ghost was a good game.
They hyped it up.
Piss off.
Was that the Mitchell?
No, that was Advanced Warfare.
Oh,
God
okay.
bless.
That's Warfare was horrible.
Yeah.
That's a game that was. That's the first game I ever bought a season pass for, and I instantly regretted it.
Did y'all buy Infinite Warfare?
No.
Infinite Warfare. I have it.
I haven't played a game. I haven't played a Call of Duty since Infinite Warfare.
The last
Or,
Call
I
of
mean,
Duty I
Advanced
played
Warfare.
was
No, that was another one
Black
that I
Ops
bought
4
a
with
season
you.
pass for. Yeah, Black Ops 4 was alright.
I played it like once or twice.
It's still a game that exists today. Hold
Yeah,
on.
it's okay.
I played
like
it once or twice, and I was like, eh. And then Jacob was like, "Can I have it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
But yeah, no, like I was telling you guys before, I was like, the Modern Warfare is basing most of its tactical gameplay on Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
And I think Rainbow Six is doing perfectly fine right now. It is such a good game.
I'm not gonna lie. When the trailer dropped and I saw it in my feed,
I died.
It was that moment of just like, I left this behind. This is my past. Why are you back to haunt me?
No, because
I left you in the dirt with Modern Warfare 3. I dug you.
I like what they added though, that they've stated that like characters that from that series
are returning.
returning.
Well, because that's mainly the reason people played was because of Soap, Price, Roach, Frost. All those other guys were.
Gas, all of them.
Those
I
were
like
guys
them.
to go back
I like
to.
COD games whenever they had story. Is that just me?
No, it was
I
the
mean,
story. It was the story
It was
that
a
kept
story.
us on their
Modern Warfare was a really good story.
The first two Black Ops are a good story.
feet. Yes, I loved the Mason trilogy. That was
Yes.
so not trilogy, but I love the
The
Mason
Mason.
story.
Yeah, Mason Saga.
Mason, Frank Woods, Hudson.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Black Ops 2 confused me with the future.
Yeah, Black Ops 2 was a little confusing.
Well, it was good. What I liked about Black
And you
Ops
could
2
change
is-
the fucking ending.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You could change the ending. You made your own. You made your choices, and I
but
didn't
it wasn't
know.
so much to where it ruined everything.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Like Odyssey.
the canon ending is the one where Mason comes back, where he's alive, and that's a good canon ending because it kind of ties all the pieces up together. And I love the fact that he tells Woods that he's a horrible shot,
Yeah.
because that's just the funniest thing ever. It's like, well, it
awesome.
turns out you're not a good shot as you thought you were, or whatever.
And he's
And,
in the wheelchair.
Yeah, and
just
he's like, "You son of a bitch." He's like, he pushes him and shit. And I was
I
like,
love the ending. It's just Avenged Sevenfold is playing.
Yes.
And they're all just rocking out.
Origins, perfect zombie map.
oh my god,
Yeah.
It's such a good
I
zombie map.
miss
Alcatraz, Origins.
I miss the original Black Ops Zombies. If I would
As much
Well,
shit
that
as it
war-
gets, I like Transit.
Transit was good, yeah.
I like
They're
Transit.
redoing it for Black Ops 4.
Really?
They're redoing Transit, and they're making a new Nuketown map where you can go down into the bunker. And I thought that's really cool. You get to see the bomb. You get to see the bomb that set off the zombie apocalypse,
Yeah.
which is really cool. I thought that was pretty dope. But I'm excited for them to be redoing Transit. That they're going to be doing. They want to make everything kind of like if it wasn't so fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that's really cool. Like, it's before the bombs dropped, and I thought that was dope. With the new
Yeah.
update that came out, the Apocalypse Rising one is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. And I don't play 4, but it's gonna be cool to see that when it comes out or when it drops.
Yeah.
And will it be dropped by the time this video comes out? Because it's coming out in a week.
What?
I think so. Yeah.
What will be dropped?
The new the Transit remastered.
The Apocalypse update.
Yeah, they actually want to add Transit to Blackout too.
Were you planning on putting that over,
What's up?
or like putting the finishing with an outro or something?
In a bit. There'll be a thing.
Okay.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, dope. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to like 53 minutes.
We're at a point where we're looking at the thing and we're running out of footage.
Yeah.
So, ending on Black Ops from where we started, I think, is a good point.
That was a good podcast.
Very good podcast.
Very good.
Very good first podcast.
Yes.
It's everything's. It was choppy this time.
Whatever. You know what? Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the next one. This is Marty64. Ben, as you know me. My boy, John.
Your weekly informant.
George.
That's Daniel.
George.
All right. Till then, we'll see you later. Peace out.